Hi friends, it's 20th of May 2015 here in Mumbai, India, and I'm in my kitchen window. And if you've seen my previous videos, you would know that I have two clay pots in my kitchen window, which were my first ever composting pots that I've been using since 2 years. And to supplement those, I got more pots which are in my composting area that you can see ahead, which is an extension of my kitchen space. And I have two new terracotta pots that I've added to my collection today, and I thought it would be a good time to tell everyone how I do indoor composting in an apartment in Mumbai in these terracotta pots. Now, these three pots that you see here stacked one above the other were the first set of pots that I got from this company called thedailydump.org. It's a Bangalore based company and they have franchises all over India. So if you're from India and you are in different parts of the country, you could look up their website and see if they have a retailer in your town or city who can provide you with a variety of products according to the space that you have available. Now, these three pots are individual pots and they have holes for aeration, as you can see. And the method that is used, or I have been using in this pot, is when the pot is empty, you line it with around 3 inches of dried leaves, and then you start adding all your kitchen wastes, fruit and vegetable scraps, coffee grounds, tea leaves, crushed eggshells, and then you alternate it. These are the green ingredients, and you alternate it with the brown ingredients like cardboard and dried leaves and shredded newspaper. Every day when you add, you just give it a gentle stir, and once this pot is full, it goes to the bottom, and then you can start using pot number 2 and 3, and this is how you do it. Now, I was constantly running out of space in spite of these 3 pots and the 2 small ones out in the kitchen window. So I decided to go ahead and buy another set of the 3-tier terracotta pots, and I was pleasantly surprised by the new design that is more effective. Now, what you can see here is pot number 1, the one on top, and the second one have this wire mesh like thing here. And how you're supposed to use this is you put a single sheet of newspaper to cover this up, and you start using the first pot. And they also have a new product here, the Degrade Plus Compost with Ease. Contains beneficial microbes blended with bioactivated cocoa peat. And the advantage of using this is you don't have to find dried leaves. Instead of the leaves, you have to use this, and as you would layer alternately food scraps and dried leaves, instead of the dried leaves you have to use this. And the advantage is the compost is ready in 21 to 25 days. There is no foul smell, no maggots or worms, no flies. And for people who are averse to handling the composting material, there is no mixing required at all in this, except for once when you need to mix when the pot is full. So this is a good alternative for people who don't want to really get their hands dirty. And this bag is 5 kilos and it costs 250 rupees, Indian rupees, and that's roughly less than $50. So for people in the US it would sound cheap, but in India 250 rupees is not less. But if you want to save yourself the effort of going and collecting dried leaves and then storing them in the house, then this is a better alternative. The pot becomes absolutely full, and then you stir it once, and then the first pot goes to level number 2. The pot at the base obviously has a full base. It doesn't have an opening and a mesh, and this acts as a constant storage pot. So as the composting happens, the paper that we lined at the bottom will obviously get degraded, and the compost will start to fall through at the bottom. So this is how it works. So you don't have to really touch the lowermost pot at all. And once you have this half done or 3/4 done compost ready, and since I am so short of space, as you can see in this area, I have just about managed to store this, but when you actually want to sit down and work, there's really no place. So I have to get everything out, and earlier I was using sacks to store, but it was really getting inconvenient for me. So then I also ordered this huge pot. It's 22 inches in diameter and 38 inches in height, and this is called a leave it pot. So your almost done compost will go into this pot, and as you can see, I have this much of compost that is almost ready, and you leave it in this pot to mature. So I'm so happy to have this, so now I will not have any storage problems. So I'm going to use this pot to store my compost till whenever I need it, and by the time it's August and it will be the start of my growing season, I will have a pot full of compost that I can use in my containers. And in this corner here, this yellow bag has my ready tea and coffee compost that I had prepared in my kitchen window. If you've seen that earlier video, and it's ready and it's maturing now, and I'll start using this in August to start my seeds and transplants. And the sack below has my harvested vermicompost. I'm really excited about how my composting space is looking now. It's neat and organized, and I'll have a lot of space to store my compost in this big leave it pot. And then here ahead, just for people who don't know, these 4 blue trays are my vermicompost bins. Right now they are in a dormant state because it's so hot. I have not been adding any fresh food scraps to it. There's just shredded newspaper, and I'm watering the bins, and once it cools down I will start adding fresh food scraps into the bins. I'm hoping that this video will inspire more Indians to start composting in their homes or in their gardens or backyards if they have them. And I feel that if I can do this in such a small space and create this black gold at home, I think if there is a will and there is awareness of what our garbage is doing to our country and to this planet, if people are motivated, they can do this activity, involve their kids at home, involve the community, and really help our municipal corporation in dealing with this huge problem that is affecting our planet. And I think the first step would be to start separating the dry and wet wastes. And even if people are not gardening or they're not inclined to garden, I think the basic minimum that one can do is separate the dry and wet waste. And if one is motivated, one can even do composting and then probably gift away the compost to your friends who are gardening, or even just go and put the compost in the building garden in your compound or in your neighboring building or something. If we do our little bit, if everyone does little bit, I think a lot can be achieved. So I really hope that this video motivates more people to start recycling their wastes in a better manner and to help the community and to help our planet and save our planet from where it is heading. Thank you so much everybody for watching. Have a great day.